Now that you got to work with my guys, you got to see what we did. What do you think?
Uh, so there's just one big concern because you've looked through both of our videos.
Yes, I have.
So yeah, the one with Joey, that seemed like a positive situation. But when interviewing a user, Brandon, his testimonial was very negative, and he said that it was not the first time that this had occurred, not just to him but to other users, and would not recommend your service. With this in mind, do you still stand by your original statement that Cockblockers is a successful service and is helpful?
Yes, I do. I mean, not every blocker we get is going to follow through, and we pluck that source out immediately. Like, what's the situation with Brandon? Brandon was one of our very first clients, and we sent one of our buddies that I thought I trusted, and he proved me wrong. And immediately after that, I received the call from Brandon of what happened, and I plucked him. So I'm becoming more and more cautious with who I bring in. It's more of a trust system for me now because we have had come across certain speed bumps early on that I would like to decrease down.
I understand. But going back, I think what we're really, and what kind of concerns me is how you don't really see how this can be both a negative and a positive. You think it can only be positive, but I've shown you it can also be negative, and you seem to only be focusing on the positive.
Well, because if you focus on the negatives, you'll backtrack. And if you backtrack, your company won't be successful. If you focus on the positives and try to push the negatives aside, you'll be more successful. I mean, you have to take care of the negatives. They won't go away. But once you take care of them, you assure to people that you are doing your best to fix these problems. Because not everything's going to be perfect. I want you to name me one company that isn't perfect. Because you really can't find any. So every company's going to have its problems. If that company's able to overcome those problems and still focus on the positives, it's going to say a lot about who they are as an organization.
All right. I think that's all. I think we've kind of really gotten to know who you guys are as a company. I wish you the best in the future, and I hope you guys stand by your words of being cautious.